as always.
Thank you
Good morning
very
to you,
much, Sir Charles. How are you?
Actually, I'm pretty well. I'm not sure what the weather's like in the outside. When I came in this morning, it was so nice.
Oh gosh, it's changing. It's certainly changing. So once again, I think this week we're going to focus on our artisan craft fair that we're going to be having in South. So it's a special broadcast today and also Friday, Sir Charles, and the general public who's listening. We'll concentrate on the Academy's Artisan Fair taking place on Saturday, 30th November from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Twin Walls, Gull City. Over the last few weeks, we have been sharing insights on skill sets and opportunities for the sector. This is a chance for you, the artisan, to present your products to the public, particularly in South, because South, I think we have limited exposure to all these different craft fairs. We have one or two, but we need more. So we are hoping that you, the public, will be part of this grand occasion. So the fair is going to be more than just what is expected. There will be a space for 1-hour demonstration workshops in your favorite crafts, still creative skill, and cultural interests. Display in a range of artisan products, including our special Cocoa Village auction and much more. So this morning we are just there. We are talking to entrepreneurs who will be calling in. But in studio we have our special guest, Mr. Visham, Dr. Visham. Sorry, let me give you your due. Dr. Visham Bimal, who is from the Caribbean Hindustan Institute. Is it Institute?
Yeah, well, just Caribbean Hindustani is the name of the organization.
Right. So it's Trinidad Bhojpuri.
Trinidad Bhojpuri.
I learned some things this morning. Bhojpuri. You see, I started to get it already.
I'm the Trinidad Bhojpuri teacher at the Lloyd Best Institute to the Yard campus. They also do Patois as well.
Exactly. So he'll be talking much about that because that's one of the workshops we'll be doing with Patois. And we will inform you of the other workshops we'll have on that day. But remember, it's a whole grand affair. So let's go to you. So Visham, first of all, I recognize that you're a doctor, you're a medical doctor, and it's an interest that you have. So it's like your pet in terms of your area of interest. So tell us why you got into this before we get into all our workshops.
Well, first of all, dhanbad I mauka dewe ke khatir ya hoye. Thank you for the opportunity for being here. That's in Trinidad Bhojpuri.
Okay.
I grew up with my grandparents speaking Trinidad Bhojpuri on a daily basis, so I kind of imbibed that. And when I was doing my MBBS at the University of West Indies, I did Hindi up to advanced. But my mom's family was from a Pandit/Brahmin oriented family, so teaching the Hindi/Hindustani language was part of their everyday. I learned to read and write Hindi when I was 11 after I wrote Common Entrance. And then at university pursued it till at an advanced level. But I'm a medical doctor in primary care, so I would have practiced in Southwest. So Penal, DB, Siparia, all these areas. And in these areas you have chronic disease clinics where mostly people of Indian origin, diabetic, hypertensive, over 85, and they could still speak Trinidad Bhojpuri. So I kind of get some person speaking it, and I decided, well, since I could speak it, maybe I should do interviews with them. So since then, because I graduated in 2005, I started in 2009, I have maybe over 15 interviews, hour long, in Trinidad Bhojpuri. But I also want to take the opportunity to mention Dr. Peggy Mohan. She is the person who actually documented this language as a language, as separate from modern standard Hindi.
Okay.
Her thesis was Trinidad Bhojpuri, a morphological study, which was done at Michigan University in the 1970s. And she has raw data of Trinidad Bhojpuri recordings for her thesis that she gave to me as well as her thesis. So that's kind of the basis of me now striking out a grammar and a vocabulary.
Okay. So it's what you consider to this point really undocumented language. So you can't go like you study Spanish or English. Or
well, I mean, through the Lloyd Best Institute, who is also helping with this artisan fair, like they did Patois, because I was one of the I was in the first cohort of Lloyd Best teaching Patois, and they also knew my interest in Trinidad Bhojpuri and decided to have it. So, as like Patois to learn, I mean in Trinidad, you can do it at the Lloyd Best, and now Trinidad Bhojpuri, because I collaborated with them to start teaching it. But there's nowhere in the Caribbean now. Remember, Antillean Creole is the French Creole of the Lesser Antilles. So it's one language that's mutually intelligible from French Guyana, Trinidad, St. Lucia, all the way up to the Lesser Antilles.
Right.
So Caribbean Hindustani is like that one language that the critical mass was Bhojpuri. The Indian laborers came from UP Bihar.
Okay.
So that in Guyana, they speak Guyanese Bhojpuri, which is mutually intelligible to what my grandparents used to speak. Dr. Surendra Gambhir did his thesis in the 1970s, and he also gave me all his recordings of 90 hours of Trinidad Bhojpuri, and then Sarnami in Suriname. They call their Sarnamis Bhojpuri Sarnami. Right. Motilal Marhe, a good friend of mine, he lives in the Netherlands now. All those in Suriname, like we in Trinidad, go to Britain. They go to Holland because they are post-Dutch. Okay. So he wrote Sarnami Byakaran, and that is Sarnami for the Sarnamis Bhojpuri grammar. Okay. So I also have that as well. So I'm trying to consolidate everything. Like you can consolidate Antillean Creole into Trinidad, Patois, and Caribbean Hindustani.
Right. So when we decided to have the Artisan Fair, we thought in doing the workshop, this particularly would bring in the whole concept, because whole creative arts and culture, it forms part of that. So therefore, we thought this and Patois as two workshops to be offered in terms of the cultural languages or folk languages should be introduced.
Well, you could go heritage languages or ethnic languages.
Yes.
Linguistically, you would define it as that.
Right. So tell us more in terms of how this workshop will be conducted at the Artisan Fair.
Both the Trinidad Patois and Trinidad Bhojpuri workshops will take the same format. One important thing that we find strikes a chord in the average Trinidadian as with regard to their identity is the expressions that we would encounter on a daily basis. Like Kote Si Kote La, which is Patois for like this, like that.
Right.
Or Dimash Gra, or Papa Yo, Mama Yo, all these expressions, well, at least I grew up with. I'm not sure about the youths today.
Right.
But I grew up with Hindustani expressions like Manje di Bartan, means to wash the wares.
Okay.
Right? Seke di Roti means to, well,
right.
I can't describe it anywhere else. But Seke actually is the verb meaning to bake or to roast, right?
So, let me get Seke di Roti.
Well, it's nasal, so it's Seke.
Seke.
Right, that's it, right?
Right.
And then you have sane the food,
right.
which is you use your hands to mix.
Right.
So actually when you mix cement with water, that's sane in as well.
Right.
So it's the same process, right? And then, well, daily expressions that people would use, because remember, and I'm specifically talking about Trinidad Bhojpuri / Caribbean Hindustani, there are certain things at the home of people of Indian origin which there wouldn't be an English equivalent. I mean, you can't call roti bread, maybe flat bread, but roti is roti.
Okay.
You know what sada roti is?
Yes, yes.
What does sada mean?
I don't know, but I'd call it sada roti.
Right, it's plain roti, so sada means plain.
Right.
So sada roti, because you have
Okay.
different kinds of roti.
Okay.
So roti is the noun and sada is the adjective. So they say, make it say, you know what kapra is?
Capra.
Kapra, Sundar Kapra. I was on Mastana Bahar a long time, won competition, the best dressed. Sundar Kapra means beautiful clothes.
All right.
A beautiful apparel or wear. So if you say Sada Kapra, it means, well, simple clothes.
Okay.
So things like this we want to propagate, because Trinidadians, it doesn't matter your orientation, you don't have to be a person of Indian origin, would know these expressions.
Right.
One important thing is, especially in the area of cuisine, we said roti, then you have chokha, tarkari.
And the pronunciation, that I'm just drawing that on the pronunciation,
Right.
because you'll say, I will say like talkari,
Right.
but it's takari.
Tarkari. Now, okay, the thing is that a lot of evolution has taken place, so it's not wrong to say something in a particular way.
Right.
For instance, I don't know if you know about the Kendra and Raviji.
Okay.
He does a lot of work with the Emancipation Support Committee to kind of bring people together. But you know Ram Leela.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Now, Raviji and the Kendra does Ram Dilla, right? And there's some contention as to pronunciation. Now, I grew up going to Krishna Leela and Ram Leela, and that is a field play of the story of Lord Ram and Lord Krishna, right? Two separate stories from two different books.
Right.
And I grew up playing Ram Leela. But when I asked my mom, she said that my grandparents said Ramdilla. Now, I had to do a research recently for Carifesta to present Trinidad Bhojpuri within the context of Ramdilla. And I spoke to Peggy Mohan about that as well. And it would seem that it was a corruption, but at the end of the day, it's still an identity marker that we use that particular phrase.
Ramdilla.
Ramdilla, right?
Okay.
Which is a corrupted form of Leela, but I still have more research because sometimes you find that these things actually come from a even more ancient period and could have been the correct pronunciation then. More research needs to be done.
I am sold on this. I am sold.
Now, but there's something as well, because a lot of times people call Trinidad Bhojpuri broken Hindi, but it's not. Just like you call Patois, Trinidad Patois broken French, it's not. It's a separate
tell us
language.
something about the Patois.
So we can learn some expressions then. Okay, I will appeal to your French-speaking audience if we have any in Trinidad. I'm sure we do. So how we speak in Trinidad English Creole, we get that grammar from Patois. So I'm going to tell you, and remember Trinidad English Creole is not a broken language. It's a Creole and a language separate in its own right. So we're going to do past, present, and future in Trinidad English Creole, and I'll bring you back to Patois.
Okay.
And give you it in standard French. So, past tense, I went is I did go. Did is the past tense marker. Right. In Patois, you get that from été in French, so it's moi t'es allé. I did go. Moi t'es allé. Exact translation.
Moi t'es allé.
Moi t'es allé, right? From allé, allé in French means to go, right? So notice, you use a past tense marker and the raw verb go.
Right.
I did go, right? Patois, same thing. Allé is go. I go is others go. Right. Does is the present tense marker. It's ka in Patois. So moi ka allé. Others go. And then I will go in Trinidad English Creole. The future tense marker is go. I go. I go. So it becomes moi kai allé. I will go, right?
Just now, so long. Me quai allé.
Moi.
Moi.
As in moi in French.
Right.
It's just moi.
Moi.
M-W-N, you spell it. Moi kai.
Moi kai
allé.
Allé.
I will go. So you want to say demain is tomorrow from demain in French.
Right.
So demain moi kai allé. Tomorrow I will go.
So Visham, we didn't give them all at all. Let them come to the workshop. I am excited. I am going to be part of that workshop. We are talking to Dr. Visham Bimal from the Caribbean Hindustan.
Well, Caribbean Hindustani, and you could go on Facebook, Caribbean Hindustani. You would see all these things I'm talking about is there as well, specifically for Caribbean Hindustani, the language.
So these workshops are going to be taking place between 4 to 5 at the Twin Walls, 3 to 4 and 4 to 5 at Twin Walls, opposite Gulf City Lingwood Road on Saturday 30th November. Saturday 30th November. And we have a number of other workshops. We'll talk about it a little while after. But we're going to open up the lines and we're going to perhaps hear from some of our other vendors who will be there as well.
Alright, so people, the lines are open at 222-8255 and 612-8255. So some of the vendors who will be at the fair, you can give us a call, 222-8255, 612-8255.
So, as we wait, so what is going to be takeaway at the workshops in terms of what can persons expect? Yes.
So, as I said, we're going to explore everyday expressions. Then we might probably do basic things like what is my name, where I live. And then one important thing that comes across in Patois and Hindustani are proverbs. They are popular proverbs in both. That kind of strikes a chord with the Trinidadian identity. Bandar ka jane adi ki sawad. What does a monkey know about the taste of ginger? Right? Like, what he know about that?
Okay.
Right? That's just one example. And then we'll do a popular song. So in Patois, I guess they will do a long time Patois calypso. I think Sparrow have some numbers, Maji and stuff like that.
Maji.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gide Zaina, that's the next one. And then, well, there are popular chutney songs that one I will do because we wouldn't have time to do a lot. Play the song and then do a translation.
Okay. Let me interrupt you for 1 minute. I think I have someone online. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Bishop.
What is the correct pronunciation? Is it Dutchner or Dutchner? What's correct pronunciation?
Okay. In standard English, Dakshina. Dakshin. Yeah, it comes from Dakshin, which is dexter in Latin, meaning right? So, but the ksha, which in Sani becomes cha in Bhojpuri. So it's like, so Dakshina becomes Dachina.
China.
Right, Lakshman, Ram's brother, becomes Lachiman. So cha. So there's a difference in twang slash accent slash actual word, like how you'd say Portuguese and Spanish. So in Trinidad Bhojpuri, correct pronunciation is Dachina.
Dachina.
Yeah.
So when somebody gives you a Dachina, they give you a thanksgiving, a gift. Right?
Yeah, it's some sort of gift of appreciation.
Gift of appreciation. Right?
Yeah.
Dachina. Thank you, man.
No problem.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello today.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Oh, this is Carmelita from the Palm Winery.
Right.
Okay, hi.
Well, yeah, so we'll be part of the program, the Artisan Fair on Saturday.
Okay.
The 5th of November.
So tell us what you will have.
Okay, we specialize in local wine. So we have like about 8 different flavors. So we have sorrel, aloe, plum, ginger, sour stuff, pineapple, carambola, which is my finger, and sour cherry.
So you'll have some sampling as well.
Yes, we have lots of samples, so you can sample all flavors and so on.
So I recognize that you will be facilitating the wine pairing workshop.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
we will.
And that starts at 7.
At 7 p.m.
Right.
At 7.
Great. Looking forward. So let's get your business name again.
Okay, it is Dukam Winery.
Right.
It is located in Hyderabad.
Okay.
So most of our selling basically at sales.
Great.
Yes. It's a business, a family operated business as well.
So we'll love to have you.
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks for having me. Have a happy day.
Okay. Yeah. 5-finger wine. Hey.
Place to be, Sir Charles. Place to be.
Yes, yes.
So they will be practicing some of these.
Yeah. So you shall learn expressions from the proverbs, and then we'll give expressions, everyday simple expressions to learn, and then a song, a translation of a song.
Right.
Because you know, like chutney music, they sing Hindustani, but the average person who sings and listens doesn't understand what it says.
Well, that is so true. That is so true.
So that's what Caribbean Hindustani actually want to do, to kind of help people understand these sorts of cultural expressions.
Right. But you know, what I'm amazed with is how you relate, because I was Sada Roti, and I'm being called it Sada Roti. I never realized that there is a specific.
Yeah, it actually means something with the meaning.
Right.
Yeah, and there are a lot of examples like that as well in everyday expressions.
Right.
In both in Patois and like Papa Yo and Mama Yo. I don't know if you know what it
Papa,
means.
yo, of course, yeah, Papa, yo and Mama, yo.
But you know what it means?
I know it's Papa. Nothing else.
You is them, theirs. So your father, their mother. In an
Okay.
expression.
Okay.
I have a couple of people online. Let me see who's calling in between here. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, caller. I think I lost you in between here.
Hello,
Hello, good
good
morning.
morning. Yes, I listen to the program, and what I take from this is an attempt to be positive and also to share knowledge with regards to our different ethnicities, right? And how we interact, yeah? And I hope this goes from strength to strength, because being taught here this morning, skills that we use.
We all are.
And look forward to more ones on this
And,
weekend.
Well, my mom is a speak a bit of Patois and thing,
Okay.
so I don't want to little words and things, but
Right.
to have conversation,
Right.
you know. I'm not as good as she passed on, but she didn't pass that on to me as well,
Okay.
you know. And I must say again, with all that's going on, to know that people are pushing this positive, because we need to feed this to the youth.
Yeah, I agree.
So they have a sense of hope and a sense of tomorrow, yeah?
Yep.
Very good caller. Thanks much.
But I also want to add a point here, and I don't mean to be political, is that we find that politics divides us along racial lines. But when I researched my Trinidad Bhojpuri and did Patois, sometimes there were points where you couldn't separate them. For instance, the word Dimas, ego Dimas, means 1 week or on a Sunday, but it comes from Dimash in Patois in French.
Right.
So there are a lot of loan words and there are a lot of common expressions shared by both languages. Sometimes you can't even tell the difference. And this goes back to even prior to independence and the unique identity of Trinidadian, irrespective of your ethnicity.
Right. That's great, Ishan.
Beautiful. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, morning. Who are we speaking to?
This is Miss Stacey Wheeling from Angel's Pottery and Arts Funhouse.
Oh, all right. Welcome. So what you're going to be having you're going to be at the fair?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so tell us what you have. You're having at the fair.
Well, I was invited there as a Hindi artist.
Okay.
But I specialize as well in pottery and art.
Okay, great.
At my studio, you could come in and present paint, relax, unwind from the day-to-day hustle. But at the Artisan Street Fair, we will be hosting a workshop with henna design, teaching certain persons to get that henna design going.
So it's henna designs. That's Hindi?
That is right.
Okay. So after because I am not too sure.
One is Urdu and one is Hindi.
Okay, all right. Okay, see, we have the
Same
experts
word,
here.
same word for the same thing, but different
Right.
perspectives.
So you'll be doing a workshop in that.
That I am.
Great. So we'd love to see you there. And then I think you have some pieces in the auction as well.
That's right, some handled pottery pieces.
Great.
This is the clay that we fire in the kiln.
Right.
There will also be an opportunity for the kids or adults to create their own decoration Christmas tree hanger.
Okay, so that will be the auction on the release at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Okay. So thanks a lot. See you there.
So very, very welcome. It's
Okay
nice to
then.
be here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we can see how you can. I am very much amazed, you know. So you have been studying this for some years?
Well, as I said, I grew up and then I did Hindi, but the thing is, in any language, whenever you learn, you have to interact on a daily basis.
Right.
So I needed to find some sort of daily conversational opportunity. So I started interviewing my patients once they were comfortable with that. A lot of them actually love to do it. And then I go to Suriname often, because in Suriname, down to the youngest person of Indian origin still speaks Suriname,
Right.
which is the same language essentially. And I interact on a daily basis, at least if I stay for a week or two. And as well in the Netherlands, because a lot of them now reside in the Netherlands. And I also do interviews with older persons of Indian origin in those two countries as well. As a result, I also learn Dutch because Moti Marhe's book is in Dutch. So
How many languages do you know? I mean...
oh, so we just talk Patois and we just talk Bhojpuri. So I speak Hindi, I speak Dutch, and I speak French.
Okay, so the thing about it is, I guess after the workshop, persons will be able to interact to a small degree, and I guess you'll have some type of handout.
Yeah, introduce themselves in the language at least. Introduce themselves, say where they're from,
Right.
say what they do, say what they like to do, things like that.
And recognize certain words that they're using all the time. For example,
Exactly.
the sada and the kote si, kote la.
Exactly. Like one expression I grew up with is paisanaba. But they used to say that when they used to play all fours.
Okay, paisa banana.
Paisanaba means I do have chump, right? But paisa meaning money, so I do have money. But that's what it really meant, right? So paisanaba literally there is no money or I have no money.
Okay, all right, great.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So, hi, who are we speaking to now?
I am Madame Moringa.
So, okay, Madame Moringa. I like that, man. It's a punch. So, tell us, what do you do?
Well, before I do that, can he again say that term for I have no trump? Because I'm an avid horse player. I teach my partner that.
And there's a code here. Paisanaba. Paisanaba.
Paisa Naba.
Okay, I learned that. I need to talk Moringa.
So, let us hear you. So, you will be there on Saturday.
I will be there on Saturday, and I'm happy to be there.
Okay.
My team and I will be there with our amazing Moringa product.
So what kind of moringa products do you have?
We start from the basics. We have the plant, we do the powder, we sell the leaves, and the basic things that come from the tree.
Okay. Lovely. Oh, we lost her. Okay. So those of you who are interested in terms of joining the craft fair, you can check us out on the Maurice Academy of Design and Craft Facebook page, or contact us at 289-8054 or 271-8915. Repeat, 289-8054 or 271-8915, and you can book yourself into the Artisan Fair, South Twin Walls, Saturday from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Let's continue. So it has been wonderful speaking to you, Visham. I am actually going to be in those both workshops, and I'm going to be talking both Patois and Bhojpuri.
Trinidad Bhojpuri.
Trinidad Bhojpuri.
Bhojpuri.
You see, I'm getting the tongue on it. Bhojpuri. Yes.
So I could probably give some more expressions from Patois and from Trinidad Bhojpuri. Okay, sure.
So, in closing,
I think I have a back and back.
okay, all right. So
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Right. Go ahead. You were saying just now, you were telling us about your stuff.
Yes. Okay, so we do have everything moringa. But you know, you drive around Trinidad and Tobago, and you are going to see a number of moringa trees. So it's easy for someone, to just pick some leaves and dry it and so on, make some tea, make some powder, and so on. What we do is actually very unique. We have used the moringa and placed it into over 100 products.
wow.
So that whatever your likeness is, you can be sure to find a product from me with moringa in it.
Ice cream?
For instance, we have teas. We have approximately 12, I think, if not somewhere 13 blends of tea. We have plain moringa tea. Then we have mixed the tea with local herbs. So you would get moringa mixed with verbine, greaterwood, bacano, lemongrass, soursop. We have a citrus blend. You name it, you can find it. You see, I think that the herbs in Trinidad and Tobago, they're basically underused. And they are potent, they are powerful. And when you mix it with the moringa, bam, double whammy.
Thank you so much, Madame Moringa. We are closing off just on your note, bang. So therefore,
Moringa is actually Tamil, the Hindustani with the Saijan.
Saijan.
Yes.
Okay. So meet us, you all, members of the public, meet us in South. That's the date. In South on Saturday 30th from 2 to 9. As we close, Visham, is there anything you would like to close off with?
No, ई मौका Hindustani सिखावे बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to teach Hindustani.
Okay, so thanks again, Sir John, as they will join us again this Friday from 11 to 11:30 as we continue to share features of the Artisan Creative Fair. Please follow us on Instagram and our Facebook page, the Maurice Academy of Design and Craft Limited. To know more about us, just like our page, 289-8054 or 271-8915.
Yeah, and I too, just like